games 2 times today.
The Last of Us was GameTrailers Game of the Year in 2013, so it's safe to say there were a fair amount of expectations going into Naughty Dog's first story-driven DLC, Left Behind. This brief, connected story introduces Ellie's best friend Riley, and has players making their way through a part of Ellie's past, giving us a true sense of what she's gone through and how vulnerable she really is. The great thing about Left Behind is that it feels so different from the core game. In the roughly 3 hours you'll spend strolling through the mall with Riley, enemy encounters are scarce. The primary focus is placed on characters rather than combat. But developing its characters' personalities isn't the only thing Left Behind excels at. Their world feels more alive, and there's some great nods to the original game.
What did the triangle say to the circle?
What is that?
Left Behind shows us a more playful Ellie. Her easy back-and-forth banter with Riley is much different than the gradual development of respect and trust she shows when dealing with the older and considerably gruffer Joel. Ellie and Riley show real affection towards one another in ways that perfectly fits with the world and story that The Last of Us so carefully builds. And after a brief spat, the two are as close as we imagined they'd always been. It's clear that Ellie feels safer with her around and that this friendship has real value.
Look at all this stuff.
The environments are denser than before, with more chances for interaction, bringing a new sense of life, or at least a different perspective, to the dilapidated world. It's hard to resist checking out every nook and crevice, but at the same time, you'll feel the story pulling you forward. The way you interact with your surroundings, such as throwing bricks at a car,
Yeah, you like that?
playing arcade games, and toying around in a Halloween store, are great ways to get you into the world without relying on cutscenes. When situations turn more serious, you'll use bottles or create loud noises to goad the dangerous infected into attacking hostile humans. In the core campaign, as Joel, you always knew you could muscle your way through encounters and protect Ellie. But while this additional chapter shows Ellie, as always, to be resourceful and capable, there's a sense of powerlessness in Left Behind that comes from knowing you won't be able to save your friend. When you're fighting for your life later in the game, you'll have to be much more thoughtful in your approach than you might be used to.
Alright, be all sexy. Ooh, so sexy.
Left Behind is a great addition to The Last of Us. It doesn't just add a few extra chapters to the existing campaign or some new weapons and skins like so many other DLC add-ons. Instead, it adds some actual meaning, gives us a new way to play, and an intimate look into Ellie's poignant past that is essential to any fan of the series.
The frustrated cannibal threw up his hands.
Oh,
I get it! Because he ate his hands, and then he threw them up!
That's so gross.